We often think success is about being the best, having groundbreaking ideas, or waiting for that one viral moment. But what if the real secret to getting noticed is much simpler, just sharing what you're already doing? That's the core idea of Show Your Work by Kleon. In a world obsessed with self-promotion, Kleon flips the script and says, don't worry about being a genius, just be part of the conversation. Whether you're an artist, entrepreneur, or anyone with something to offer, this book shows you how to build an audience by being open, generous, and consistent. So, if you've ever felt stuck, wondering how to get your work out there without feeling like a salesperson, this book is for you. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. You don't have to be a genius. Think of every creator you admire. Do you honestly believe they woke up as geniuses? Of course not. They started somewhere, just like you. The key is to embrace being a beginner. Instead of trying to be the best, focus on being curious and letting your curiosity lead you. You don't have to be perfect to start, you just need to start. Your work doesn't have to be flawless to have value, just get it out there. And you don't have to go it alone either. Surround yourself with a community, learn from others, and share your growth. Remember, the world doesn't need another perfect genius. It needs someone who's actively learning and sharing. Chapter 2. Think process, not product. What's more interesting? A finished painting or seeing how it came together? The process is where the story lies, the messy stages, the trial and error, the adjustments you make along the way. When you show the process, you're letting people into your world. The secret isn't the product. It's the journey to get there. Imagine this. You watch a chef on TV make a cake. Sure, the final product is stunning, but the fun part? Watching them experiment with different flavors, mess up a few times, and figure things out along the way. This is your opportunity. Share your brainstorming, your mistakes, your mid-stage drafts. It's way more engaging than showing just the polished end result. Chapter 3. Share something small every day. Have you ever seen a tiny daily habit grow into something big? Like a small seed turning into a huge tree? That's the power of sharing something small every day. It doesn't need to be groundbreaking, just a little something that reflects your thoughts or progress. It could be a quick sketch, a thought you had, a song you're vibing to, or a behind-the-scenes shot of what you're working on. When you consistently share, you build a habit. People begin to expect it, and they'll be there to see how your ideas grow. Just remember, consistency is the key here. One tiny thing every day leads to massive growth over time. Chapter 4. Open up your cabinet of curiosities. You know how we all have that shelf or drawer where we keep things we're obsessed with? Books, music, old notes, stuff that sparks ideas. Kleon wants you to open that cabinet up and show the world what inspires you. Let your influences shine because they're what make your work unique. It's like this. Think of a DJ. They don't just play their own tracks. They mix in other people's music that resonates with them. The same applies to your creative work. Don't hide your inspirations. Share the things that make you tick and watch as others connect with the same sources of excitement. Chapter 5. Tell good stories. Humans have been telling stories for centuries because we connect through them. It's how we make sense of the world. Kleon emphasizes that if you want to make your work stick, you have to tell a story. The raw truth of your struggles and triumphs in creating your work is what connects to people, not just the final outcome. Imagine telling someone about your day. Would you rather hear a dry list of events or a story about how you tried something new, faced challenges, and learned something along the way? Stories make the ordinary extraordinary and allow your audience to see themselves in your journey. Chapter 6. Teach what you know. What if you didn't have to be an expert to teach? What if you just taught what you knew at this very moment? Kleon encourages you to do just that. Don't wait until you have all the answers. Teach as you learn. You know more than you think. Even if you're a step ahead of someone else, that's enough to share. Break down your process, teach a little trick you've learned, or give advice on something you've just figured out. Teaching what you know is the best way to reinforce your learning while helping others along the way. And trust me, people will appreciate it. Chapter 7. Don't turn into human spam. Imagine this. You walk into a store and the employee immediately starts following you around, Pushing products? Annoying, right? That's how people feel when you only promote your work without engaging with them. Austin Kleon says don't be that person. Don't spam your audience with endless promotions. Instead, build a genuine relationship with them. Share interesting insights, encourage discussions, and give value. Promote your work in a way that feels like part of the conversation, not an interruption. Chapter 8. Learn to take a punch. Not everyone will love your work. And that's okay. If you're putting yourself out there, you're going to face some criticism. Austin Kleon reminds us that learning to take criticism is part of the creative process. It's not always easy, but it's essential. Think of it like this. You're a boxer, and every punch you take makes you stronger. Negative feedback is just another punch. It may sting, but it also teaches you something. Don't take it personally. Learn from it, but don't let it stop you from moving forward. Chapter 9. Sell out. Let's clear something up. Selling out doesn't mean you're compromising your integrity. Austin Kleon suggests that making money from your work is part of sustaining your creative life. The trick is to find ways to monetize without losing your authenticity. Think of it as a balance. You can sell your work, products, services, classes, while still staying true to what you care about. Find ways to support your creative habit so you can keep doing what you love without feeling guilty about it. Chapter 10. Stick around. Success doesn't happen overnight. The key to making it is simply sticking around. So many creators quit too soon. They want the reward before they've done the work. Austin Kleon's advice: don't give up. Keep showing up, keep creating, keep sharing. The people who make it aren't necessarily the ones with the most talent. They're the ones who kept going, who didn't quit when it got tough. Persistence is your superpower. The more you show up, the more your audience will grow with you. Conclusion: show up, share your work. The bottom line is this: you don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. Don't wait for a genius moment or until your work is flawless. Just start now, share your process, and keep showing up. Your work matters, and the world wants to see it. So go ahead, show up, share your work, and let people see your journey. Thanks for tuning in.